My burp tasted like nutmeg.
All right,
Good.
leave that in. Welcome to the Fantasy Beer League, where you get half-decent advice from half-decent guys. I'm your host, Sean Joyce. With me, as always, is Turkey Boy Justin Giel, our resident fantasy football expert, Matt Senni, and this week's big loser, Sean Peoples. So, Justin, are you excited for Thanksgiving?
I am. Why am I turkey boy?
You like turkey?
Works.
You're Turkey Boy. And Senni, did it feel good to get a win this week?
Yeah, it's only my second win of the season.
That makes it more special.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice feeling for once.
I'm sure. And Sean, before we draw your punishment, is there anything you'd like to say? Any grievances you'd like to air?
Fuck Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Oh, it's an angry one. That didn't even impact your fantasy day.
No, it had nothing to do with it. My fantasy, if we want to talk about fantasy, then fuck Aaron Rodgers. You could have either not fumbled or not threw that pick, but that was a good interception.
I'm sure he did it on purpose.
It was on purpose.
You could have not fumbled, and I would have won.
Yeah, or Robert Woods could have not scored like 30 fucking points, which is insane.
It is insane for Robert Woods, but everybody gets one.
Yep.
Rodgers needs to stop turning the ball over. He turned it over 7 times in the past 4 weeks, and he stop doing it.
All right. Well, all that being said, let's draw this punishment. You just have to hit that button. Reach in there. Let us know what the paper says. Wait for the Fox NFL theme song to end.
So I have to be the butler for
Oh, you're the butler?
Oh, that's so awesome.
That sounds like a game
Are
of
you
Clue.
going to do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
Awesome.
So we have an outfit for you to get changed into. While you do that, we'll start talking about some football. Vince is freaking out. He doesn't want Sean to hit the camera. I think he's safe. All right. We're in the clear now. Let's begin with our first Thanksgiving football game. Texans play the Lions. Deshaun Watson and his top 2 pass catchers, Will Fuller V and Brandon Cooks, should have another nice day, I think, against the Lions, who are terrible at defense. Randall Cobb and Kenny Stills are banged up and might end up missing this game, so a long shot play for me is Kiki Cutie if you're desperate at flex. Duke Johnson has been abysmal in relief of David Johnson. He's averaging less than 3 yards per carry on the season and showing little involvement in the passing game. Now that I'm advising benching him, I'm sure he's going to go off, but I would stay away from him. I can't imagine starting him with any level of confidence after the last 2 weeks. My first beer today is called Lou Baton from Baba Brewhouse. It's an IPA, really soft and smooth. Got a little bit of pininess on the finish, light notes of mango and pineapple. Really solid. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm going to take Houston to win the game.
Cool.
Go ahead, Justin. You can tell us about the Lions, what you're drinking, and who you think is going to win.
Sure. So the Lions, with DeAndre Swift being questionable, I don't think I would trust anybody else in that backfield as a consistent play. I think Hawkinson and Galladay would be the only pass catchers that I would trust on this team. Even then, Galladay has been banged up, and Hawkinson hasn't been super productive. So I'd be a little weary. I am drinking the highly acclaimed KBS Maple Mackinac Fudge. It's a barrel-aged stout. Founders does their KBS every single year. This is just a different variant of it. Apparently Mackinac Fudge is good fudge.
Fudge.
Yeah. Fudge. First thing I said when I cracked the bottle was it smells like fudge.
You did.
And it does.
I can attest.
And I think this is great. It's good beer. Nice. You get a lot of fudge in it.
Tastes like fudge?
Yeah. I didn't get a whole lot of like the barrel aged taste in it. But it's strong, so this is gonna be a long night. And I'm gonna go with Houston.
All right. Senni, what are you drinking there? Your first beer, and who do you think is going to win the game?
So I'm drinking Release the Crackhorn from Balerno Snort, which most of my beers tend to be from at this point. It is a kettle sour ale with blueberry and pineapple. I personally get more blueberry in it, but I do get the hint of pineapple. I'm a very, very big fan. It's one of the ones I think I've liked the most from them.
And then it's Texans versus Lions.
I know.
Okay.
I pay at least half attention
Okay.
to the Texans. I really don't think much of the Lions. I'm going to go with Houston.
We'll begin with our early games. First one, the Dolphins and the Jets. Dolphins are coming off a surprising loss against the Broncos, but luckily for them, they get to play the Jets this week. Tua was benched late in the game on Sunday, but is still the starter for this week. How do you think he'll bounce back, Justin?
mean, I like Tua, so I hope he bounces back well. But we've said before that I really don't think he's a great fantasy quarterback. He's a better real-life quarterback and game manager.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the skill players don't have much to offer, maybe just on them short passes. But I don't think you're going to see 100 yards and a touchdown from any wideout pretty much any game this year.
Yeah, I mean, Devontae Parker had his best game in weeks this past week, and a lot of that came from playing with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
So his value definitely takes a hit. And like you said, there's not another receiver I would trust. Salvin Ahmed I still like until Myles Gaskins returns. But as far as pass catchers go, 100% agree. As for the Jets, Justin, how should we view their wide receivers this week?
I mean, I still think Crowder is the best receiving option on that team, but even 2 weeks ago, he had like 3 catches for a touchdown. Last week, he had 1 catch.
Yeah.
So it's not great to see him not getting those looks. So I would be concerned, especially with their best offensive talent not getting the looks and the production that you hope for him.
I'm super concerned about it. When Joe Flacco plays, he likes to chuck the ball deep downfield. He's sort of like, fuck it, somebody's down there.
Yeah.
Jamison Crowder isn't that type of player.
No.
So he's been throwing deep to Mims and Perriman. I think that Crowder is the best, but if Sam Darnold isn't playing, I can't believe Sam Darnold is making Jamison Crowder fantasy relevant, and Joe Flacco can't do it.
Yeah.
But, I feel very nervous about starting Jamison Crowder with Flacco under center, though it's worth noting there's a shot that Darnold plays in this game. I'm going to take the Dolphins to win.
I'm going to go Jets in an upset.
You think you're going to be right one of these weeks. They're going 0-16.
I hope I'm right one week. I'm going to pick them until I'm wrong.
They're
I
going
don't know if
0-16.
they're going to be 0-16, but I don't see them winning this game. I'm going with Miami.
I'm telling you, man, 0-16.
They're
They're
bad.
trying
They're
to
re-
lose.
they're really
They're
bad.
trying to lose. Trying.
Yeah.
They saw...
Even with the best running back in their starting.
Oh, Frank Gore. And Michael Pirine got hurt, so Frank Gore should get a ton of work.
Doesn't mean anything.
Next, let's cover the Cardinals and the Patriots. Cardinals struggled to move the ball early against the Seahawks last Thursday, but ultimately ended up having solid fantasy production. Justin, this is a question that Senny asked the other night. Is Larry Fitzgerald a flex play going forward?
I think only in deep. That's good.
I know.
I think maybe only in deep leagues. He had a decent showing this past week, but he still hasn't scored a touchdown at all this year.
Yeah.
So that's concerning for me.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that Larry Fitzgerald really only has value when the offense is struggling because they trust him.
Yeah.
And the offense doesn't struggle very often. So yeah, super deep league play at flex, sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a solid floor. He's going to catch a couple balls, but he has no upside. I agree with everything you said. Senny, for a chance to ice one of us, what's the name of the tight end who scored for Arizona last week?
Dude, it's so funny because I have so many Cardinals players on my team that, like, I think I know people at every other position other than tight end.
Oh, I'm sure. It's a random name, but Vince said it in our group chat.
That doesn't help me.
No?
Dude, that's so funny. I literally know maybe everyone else in the starting
Dude, I don't
lineup.
even think I know this.
Oh, well,
No, I
Vince,
have no clue.
Vince wanted me to say Sam Darnold and Dan Arnold in the same sentence. So Dan Arnold is the answer.
Dude, I've maybe seen the name, like, once.
Could you imagine the Sam Darnold to Dan Arnold connection?
Oh, my gosh.
Touchdowns every play.
I thought Dan Arnold was like an actor or something. I didn't know he actually.
Dan Aykroyd?
Yes.
I'm thinking of Tom Arnold.
Oh, there's a lot of Arnolds and Dans and Aykroyds. As for the Patriots, Cam Newton had an excellent day throwing the football on Sunday. One of those rare performances that we've seen from him.
Mm-hmm.
But surprisingly, Jacoby Myers saw only 3 targets in this game. Are you concerned about that, Justin?
Not really. I still think he's the best receiving option on the team. So I mean, a lot of receivers have those down weeks. So
I agree.
I'd like to see him bounce back, and I think he will.
Yeah, it seems like they wanted to throw a bone, so to speak, to Damiere Byrd in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's anything that's going to carry over week to
Yeah.
week. I still like Myers. However, I'm taking Arizona to win the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Arizona.
Yeah, I like Arizona.
I know. You love him.
I really
Patrick
do.
Peterson, still one of your
I love
favorites?
Patrick Peterson, dude.
They have a
Might
good
get a
team.
jersey. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much longer he's got. He's another one of those guys you loved 10 years ago.
I know, dude. We used to play in the street, and I was playing corner. I would always say it was Patrick Peterson.
Yeah, he did. Let's move on. Panthers play the Vikings. Panthers offense looks solid under XFL legend PJ Walker, who showed a strong connection with DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel. Are all 3 Panthers wide receivers viable fantasy options, Justin?
I would say yes, but I'm fading on Robbie Anderson. He hasn't scored since week 1, and he hasn't been getting those looks as he used to. DJ Moore and Samuel have gotten a lot of looks, and they've been scoring recently.
Yeah.
So I think that provides more points and something that you want to look for.
I would say that DJ Moore is my preferred receiver, then Robbie Anderson, then Curtis Samuel. Robbie Anderson fell back to earth. I assume Curtis Samuel will do the same shortly. But currently, everything you said is very true. And Robbie Anderson looked like a breakout early. But he's definitely come back to
That's why I
earth.
picked him up.
Yeah.
I played Curtis Samuel over Mike Evans last week.
It worked for you.
That's
It
kinda
worked
crazy
out.
when you think
Yeah,
about
it is crazy, but it did work out. As for the Vikings, the offense has been able to support Dalvin Cook and both wide receivers over the past 2 games. Do you expect that to continue this week, Justin? Will there be enough volume to keep everyone happy?
I think there's the potential to keep everyone happy. I feel like Thielen's getting more of those red zone looks, so he offers more in terms of touchdowns.
Yeah.
Jefferson's getting the catches and then the yards after catch. I think he's averaging, if not top in the league, definitely tops in rookies for yards per catch.
Oh, I'm sure.
So I mean, that's proven heavily in his favor.
Yeah,
So
and
I think they have enough firepower there to keep everyone happy.
I agree.
I don't know if you guys saw, but Thielen got put on the COVID list.
Yeah, I was going to make a note of that. Adam Thielen, Vince just told us, reminded us, Adam Thielen's on the COVID list. They haven't disclosed whether or not he has COVID. So he still is eligible to play on Sunday as long as he tests negative 3 times. He just won't be able to practice. I don't expect that to slow him down. Usually that doesn't affect guys who are veterans.
Yeah.
But like you said, Adam Thielen, awesome touchdown maker. He's got 4 in the last 2 weeks. Justin Jefferson's been doing everything after the catch, like you said, and he's a talented wide receiver, definitely the best in the rookie class so far. And Dalvin Cook is just Dalvin Cook. He's been unstoppable this season.
Yeah, it's kind of scary to see.
Yeah. So like you said, though, the potential is there. It's not guaranteed to happen. They still want to run the ball and only run the ball. But you can't bench any of those guys.
No, I'd agree.
Definitely all playable. I think Minnesota bounces back after a tough loss to Dallas and wins the game.
Yeah, I'm going to go Minnesota.
Well, I was going to say Minnesota, so now I'm going to say Carolina.
Gotta be
Because I
different.
do like the people in Carolina more.
PJ Walker.
I do too. I think that PJ Walker, he's had a rough history. He's
Yeah.
cut by 12 teams. That's it.
He's resilient.
He is resilient.
That's all you had to say. I thought you had more, so I thought I could fit a sip in, but
No, I don't have a whole. I don't say much.
you don't. Sometimes I need you to say more. Sometimes it's okay. We're good. We'll press on here. I won't sink into it too much. Do you want another sip of my beer?
Do you want me to have another sip?
Yeah. We need to cleanse this bitterness of me getting angry at you for not talking. Okay. Good?
Okay.
Moving on. Game of the week, Browns at Jags. Brownies took care of business against the Eagles on Sunday, and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are both locked into our lineups once again, despite the mediocre fantasy performances. Do you like their defense as a streaming option, Justin? I can't think of anything to talk about on the offense other than the 2 running backs.
Yep.
But the defense against the Jags, you like it?
I do. And I like the Jags. Looking at their schedule, I think they would be a good defense to pick up for fantasy playoffs. So
I need water, please.
not necessarily just a streaming option, but just to keep on your roster to have down the line as well.
Yeah, I mean, good schedule coming up. Good
Yeah.
defense, really good defense. And they've been playing shitty weather games, which works in their favor as well because the offense can't move the ball quite as well. So 100% agree. For the Jags, Jake Luton and the Jags, well, just said Jags twice. Good, you want to pour it? Thanks, buddy. Jake Luton and the Jags look pretty bad on Sunday, but James Robinson still salvaged double-digit fantasy points, giving him 10-plus in every game this season. That is incredibly full. Do you need the... You got it?
No, I got it. It's fine.
It's a good pour.
It was a really good pour. Too bad it's water and not beer. I don't know how I'm going to approach this. Are you nervous about the receiving options in Jacksonville, Justin?
Yeah, Lutton's not looked good at all.
No.
I understand this past week he played a good defense, but the Steelers' secondary is prone to big plays, and he wasn't able to execute on that.
Threw what, 4 picks, I think?
Yeah, 4 picks, and then
Not a good day.
yeah, and he was sacked a ton.
Yeah.
That's not entirely his fault.
No,
all
the
the time.
Steelers' defense is still excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, it's tough to trust a wide receiver when the quarterback can't do anything with the ball.
yeah,
And it isn't like the Browns have been a bad defense. We just talked about how well they've played.
yeah.
So 100% agree. I am going to take the Browns to win.
I love the Jags.
I know.
but I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Same.
All right, you guys are smart. Good call.
That looks like a
Jags are
smoothie.
definitely going to win. That looks really good. I think that's the one Vince said he liked. Vince likes a beer. That means it's
Thank
good.
you, my friend.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask for a sip when I get Justin to talk. But first, we'll talk about the Titans and the Colts. Derrick Henry is good at football.
Yep.
He won the
He's
game.
also the running back.
He is the running back.
Yeah.
Good analysis. He won the game for the Titans on Sunday with a powerful run in overtime. Ravens
Nice
just looked
run.
totally defeated. Looked like they
Yeah.
didn't want to tackle him anymore. I wouldn't either. He makes the impossible look routine.
Should be a punishment for next year. Tackle.
Get
Derrick
tackle. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm sure I can.
I'll make some phone calls.
Yeah, Vince, get on that. Get Derrick Henry on the line. Get Eric Ebron on the line. He has to punch me in the face for talking so much shit on him. Senny, can you name a wide receiver on the Titans?
I'm thinking like yes, but like I'm be so mad, dude, because I know that I've watched this team play enough times to know this answer.
I'm thinking yes, but it's feeling like no. Come on,
Tyler
man.
Lockett.
Oh man,
Is that right?
no.
Fuck.
He's on the Seahawks.
Damn
That's
it.
another one you always you mix them up.
Yeah, I do.
He got it right once.
He did. You want another guess? Because I do feel bad about you feeling so confident.
No,
being-
dude, I'm like, I feel like once you say these names, they're like definitely names, but like I know that I don't stream any Titans on my team, so like, nope.
Nothing. All right. Well, the big name is AJ Brown.
Know the name, could not have told you what team he was on.
You're obviously starting him regardless. But should Corey Davis is the other one?
No, never
No.
heard the name before.
Okay. Should we be starting Corey Davis consistently, Justin?
I like him as a flex play. He's a big body, but he's the clear number 2 on the team, I think. His past couple of games, he's put up some numbers, so that's good to see.
Yeah.
But like I said, he's the number 2 on the team. He's going to be the one that goes up and catches a ball over top of a defender. But I like AJ Brown as the week in and week out start in your top 3.
Yeah, he has a limited floor, Corey Davis, but he's played really well this season.
Yeah.
Especially over the past however many weeks, like you said. Puts solid stat lines up. I do like him if you're needy at wide receiver. Let's talk about the Colts.
Okay.
They're coming off a big win against the Packers, in which we saw Jonathan Taylor-Thomas assume lead back duties and carry the ball 22 times. Are we starting him again, Justin? Has he earned his way back into our lineups?
Into our lineups and into our hearts.
You think so?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna say I disagree,
Yeah.
so I'm glad that you weren't serious.
I agree. I agree with both of you.
Yeah.
You just never know what is going to happen
Exactly.
in that backfield.
Yeah.
It can change at any moment. It's impossible to predict. Stay away. Unless you absolutely have to, you shouldn't be starting any of them.
Yeah, I agree.
All that being said, I'm going to take the Colts.
Tighten up.
Tighten up. Even though I don't seem to know anybody on their
They're
team.
tightening up. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They win, so
Yeah.
They do.
hard to argue the logic. Next, we have the Giants and the Bengals, mine and Vince's team versus nobody's team.
Oh, I was confused. I was like, since when is Vince like a Bengals fan?
Vince loves the Bengals. He's been around since the Carson Palmer days. Giants are coming off their bye, tied with all other teams in the NFC East in wins.
That's crazy.
3 of
I
them
was looking at that before we started. That's insane.
in the mix. In the mix for that or the top 5 pick, whatever you want. Either way. Sterling Shepard has solidified himself in the wide receiver 3 category in my estimations with at least 6 catches in each of the games that he's started and finished so far this year. Slayton remains the receiver with a higher ceiling, so if you need a ton of points in a week, you can throw Slayton in, but Shepard has the better floor. With Devontae Freeman out at least another week, what value do you see in the Giants running back room, Justin?
I like Wayne Gallman a lot. He's had touchdowns in the last 4 weeks,
Yes, sir.
so that's great to see. And he hasn't looked bad running the ball either. So I like him.
I like him too. Last season, he was great in relief of Saquon Barkley. This season, since they've given him opportunity after Freeman went down, he's produced, scores
that is
touchdowns.
delicious.
It is awesome. It's a great beer.
Wow.
Scores touchdowns at an unbelievable clip. He's definitely the goal line back. He's the only running back I would start,
Yeah.
but I do like his value, especially in a matchup with the Bengals. Speaking of the Bengals, they unfortunately lost Joe Burrow for the season.
Tragic.
Yeah, due to a torn ACL and MCL, I believe, right?
I think I was reading earlier, ACL, MCL, meniscus, and then he has structural damage in his knee as well.
insane.
They said 9 to 12 month recovery.
Wow. 9 to 12. So he might miss some of next season.
Yeah, I think it was last night on like the Monday night pregame where it was at the halftime show. They were saying they should just sit him out next year. He's going to be their franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Just kind of let him rest up.
Long-term recovery.
Yeah.
And bring him back in 2022.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking of, resting guys, it's nice that this Joe Mixon roller coaster is over where you think he's going to play and then they say he's out. They put him on IR, so he's at least out the next 2 games.
Yeah. Oh, he was on
IR this
Yeah,
past
I
week.
got you.
So you at least know to start Giovanni Bernard. But anyway, how do you expect the offense to perform under Ryan Finley, Justin?
I'm concerned because Finley did not look great this past week, and he didn't look great at all last year when he played.
No, he did not.
So I'm concerned. As of right now, I'm sitting Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, I am too in another league.
So yeah, I would want to see maybe 2 or 3 games just to see how it's going before I even make a move on the receivers.
Yeah, it has not been pretty. And like you said, as bad as he was last year, we have a large enough sample size to know that this probably is an offense best left avoided. So I'm hoping the Giants can win.
They brought someone. They either signed or elevated somebody from practice squad or just signed someone as well, quarterback.
Okay. Well, maybe they don't believe in Finley either. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, this week the Giants should definitely win. And if they don't, it will be devastating to me. Who do you pick to win the game?
Oh, that was you picking the Giants?
Yeah.
I knew. 100%.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Giants. That was 11%.
I know, that's
beer.
a strong beer.
Oh, my God.
I think you need another one, don't you?
Yeah, honk honk.
You want to honk it? Wow, that's fucking loud.
That's why I'm not doing it.
The microphone did not like that.
Wake up, sheeple.
To the right. No. Left. Left again.
Yeah,
Me.
the one with the cherry. That's a cherry.
I can't see Cincinnati winning this game. I just can't.
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
Is that you picking the Giants?
That is
Correct.
him picking the Giants. All right. Oh, he's going to pour it for you too? Wow. This is super fancy. It's what I'm here for, he says.
It's just so funny because you definitely are not someone to wear a
stop,
suit.
stop,
You're like definitely not the suit
You can
guy.
put it. You can
That's
put it
why
down.
It's so funny.
Yeah, that's perfect, Sean. Do you want to grab mine too? It was the one that was next to the one that he just got. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Linus. That's his. full
Linus?
name. Yeah.
I like that name. I was thinking Jeeves or Jeeves, but I like Linus better.
That used to be a search engine.
I know.
Ask
Ask Jeeves.
Ask
Well,
SP.
I'm going to ask Justin questions about the Chargers and the Bills. Keenan Allen tallied 145 yards and a touchdown on a massive 16 catches on Sunday. Mike Williams and Hunter Henry also secured double-digit fantasy points and a touchdown in that game. Can Justin Herbert continue to make multiple receivers relevant each week, Justin?
I think so.
Whew.
Yeah, he's
That
pouring them well.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Because he did a good job just keeping his hands steady, or I did a good job keeping my hands steady, and he did the same. But
Yeah.
The fact that there's enough foam and it doesn't look like shit, my God, I was so nervous.
This is a guy who bikes like all the time. I'm sure he's got dexterity. You know
But
what I
still,
mean?
I'm
Like,
just saying, man. I was holding it reading. I felt very uncomfortable, but he
He's
did
not had
he
a
did
full
it well.
beer in his entire life.
He did it really well.
What was the question?
So Keenan Allen was really, really good. Mike Williams and Hunter Henry were pretty good. Basically, is
Oh,
what I
you said
said.
Herbert,
Can
yeah.
Justin Herbert support multiple receivers every week?
I think so. And they have the talent there.
Okay.
Mike Williams is I say he's a big body and he's talented. So I think he's got the potential to put up numbers, and we all know what Herbert can do. He's got the potential to just spread the ball out. We were talking earlier in a group chat.
Yeah.
He's averaging 300 plus yards a game and 3 touchdowns.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I completely forgot about him.
Yeah. He's amazing. Yeah. Justin said Claypool was rookie of the year. I think he's second behind
Herbert.
It's tough because they're both performing for me, but Herbert,
Yeah.
I'd say
It's a quarterback
It's a
league.
quarterback league.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Herbert, he's good out even after getting a haircut, so he's a real deal.
Yeah, he's kind of ugly.
Yeah, but
I never thought he was good looking. I just knew he's good.
yeah. Well, his hair. He used to have such luscious hair. It's
Did
so
have nice
beautiful.
hair.
Anyway,
Yeah.
for the Bills, who they're playing, are you starting anyone who isn't Josh Allen or Stephon Diggs?
Probably not. Maybe Cole Beasley.
He's got nice hair too.
Yeah, I like Cole Beasley's hair.
Yeah, me too. He had 11 catches last week. The last time they played, I think they were on
Yeah,
a bye.
bye last week.
Yeah, he had 11 catches, which is awesome. You can't expect that every week, but
No.
he does get a lot of looks, a lot of love in that offense.
Yeah, he's their third down guy. You need
Yeah,
first down, you get Cole Beasley.
exactly. And John Brown, he's more likely to score.
Mm-hmm.
He's been playing better as of late now that he's recovering from some injuries. I think they're both flex plays.
Yeah.
I think Cole Beasley has a higher floor, and Brown has a higher ceiling.
Yeah.
But they're no locks, so you only start them if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a beat and drink this beer. I'm going to take the Chargers in an upset in this game because I love Justin Herbert.
I think the Chargers are going to find another way to lose. I'm going Bills.
See, I feel that same. Excuse me. I feel the same thing that I want the Chargers to win, but I don't know they can beat Buffalo.
I want the Chargers to win too, but I don't.
I think I have
don't
to go
think
with
they
Buffalo.
will.
Yeah, well, this is the one time that I did it the way you guys do it, where you pick with your heart and not your heads.
And I really wanted to pick the Chargers.
The Raiders play the Falcons on Sunday. The Raiders' offense kept pace with the Chiefs on Sunday night.
Such a good game.
It was a great game. Raiders are for real. Are the Raiders for real?
Yeah, they're for real.
Are the Raiders for real?
Yeah.
Raiders are for real. They look to keep it going against a dreadful Falcons defense. Would you be interested in starting a Las Vegas wide receiver this week, Justin?
Somehow I've come around on Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah. He's been good. I
Yeah.
like him too, actually.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's the only one. I agree. Henry Ruggs has a high upside play. He can score from anywhere at any point.
I think it might be another year or so before he becomes like a.
He's not a consistent option yet.
No.
Definitely not. But the Falcons suck at defense.
Yeah, they're really bad.
But
Their
yeah,
run defense has been better this year. I think they're only averaging like
Yep.
99 yards per.
they actually are one of the better run
Yeah.
defenses. I'm still starting Josh Jacobs.
I mean, I don't have a much better choice,
Yeah.
but most leagues I think I would still start him.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of the Falcons, they look like shit against the Saints on Sunday. Matt Ryan was sacked 8 times and threw 2 picks. Are you at all concerned with this offense going into the matchup with the Raiders, Justin?
Not super concerned. I still think they're high potent. I think if Julio's healthy, you start him. If Calvin Ridley's healthy, you start him. With Todd Gurley, it seems, looking at his stats, it seems like he's only worth starting if he scores touchdowns.
He needs a score, yeah.
But I mean, you don't know that he's going to score going into each week. But those are his the only every single week that he hasn't scored a touchdown, he's failed to reach double-digit points.
Yeah, I mean, he's got terrible efficiency.
Yeah.
We've talked about that a lot.
And he offers like nothing in the receiving.
Yeah,
game.
which is weird because he used to catch passes all the time.
Yeah, he's a different back than he was in
Yeah,
LA.
all true, all good points. But I don't know. It's if he scores, you start him. If he doesn't, you don't.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, you can't
can't
control.
possibly know.
No, you can't possibly know. I don't know what I'm talking about, man. This beers are hitting hard already. But anyway, if you have Todd Gurley and you don't have a better option, you can start him. You just have to hope he scores. That's the only way he's going to give you fantasy points. The receivers, I totally agree with. If they're healthy, you're starting them. Matt Ryan, probably going to be inside my top 10 in my ranks because the Raiders aren't that good at defense either. I think this game's going to be a shootout. I think the Raiders are going to win.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders.
I think the Raiders are just that good. I don't even think it's going to be close, honestly.
Wow. Well, we shall see, Sonny. We shall see. Let's get into our second Thanksgiving game. The Washington football team plays the Cowboys, which is the most fitting Thanksgiving game I think there could ever be.
Cowboys versus the team.
The previous.
Yeah.
The football team should feast this Thursday against the Cowboys' terrible defense. Terry McLaurin is a top 10 play for me this week, and I say he finishes with 129 yards or more to record his second straight 1,000-yard season. Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick are both RB2s in my mind. Gibson being the back with more scoring upside, more total volume, and McKissick being the guy who will catch all the Alex Smith dump-offs because Alex Smith loves to throw the ball 2 yards down the field. My second beer today is For the Dog in the Slums by Adroit's Theory. It's found in Virginia because I don't have a beer from Washington, D.C.
The can.
The can is beautiful. The can art,
I was gonna say,
all
I
of the
like
can art I've ever had from this brewery is excellent. Whoever their can design guy is,
Why does it say
he's the
cheese?
man. So it's got
Oh,
pairing
pairings.
on the side. It's got pairing for food, cheese, and a cigar. So this brewery kind of kicks ass. They have really cool looking cans and really delicious IPAs.
I feel like if I walked in there looking the way I look now, they wouldn't let me in.
They probably wouldn't. You're probably right. This actually says Washington, D.C. on the side. How about that? How about that? All right, let's continue. It's like a lactose IPA, so it's got a bit of creaminess to it, but it's also got the bitterness and hoppiness you would expect in an IPA. And it's a little hazy, so you get a little bit of the fruit notes on the front end. I really like it. I'm not picking Washington to win the game. I'm going to take Cowboys.
Yeah. So the Cowboys, they looked a lot better this past week. I think having Andy Dalton back behind center proved to benefit them greatly.
I sure did.
That's really good.
Zeke looked like he found his rhythm again. It was great to see him kind of getting back to it and being the back that we know and love.
Oh, yeah.
If you love Zeke.
I do.
A lot of people don't. Yeah, he's got to eat. Or feed him. Yeah, there you go. He's got to eat. What am I talking about? He just keeps.
Talk.
I didn't think you were stop talking. Right?
I didn't think he was gonna keep doing it
I
that long.
did do it for a while. Continue.
I think CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper would probably be the top 2 wide receivers that I would trust on the team.
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb had that great touchdown catch this past week.
One of the best catches I've seen.
Kind of contorting in the middle of the air.
Yep. Only topped by Adam Thielen's catch later in that game.
Yeah, that's got to be a kick in the dick right there. Making that, and you're like, damn, dude.
Yeah, it's still a great catch.
So the beer that I'm drinking is Smoothie Tart by B52 Brewing. It is a fruited Berliner with peach and blackberry crumble. This is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I said earlier that when I burped, it tasted like nutmeg. There's nutmeg in this beer, and it's delicious. It's real smooth. You get that tart bite on the end of it, kind of sweet, kind of sour, pretty creamy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna go with the Cowboys.
All right, then, boys. Sandy, what are you drinking, and who you picking?
All right, so I'm drinking another Balerno Snort beer. It says, I just say it every time I know. Our Princess is in another Cowsel. Obviously, if you know me, you know that I like this can art a lot. It's very corny, but whatever. It's a peach and cherry kettle sour with milk sugar, whatever that means. I think it's really good. This is my second time having it. I'm glad I gave it another chance. I think it's really good. I'm going to go with Washington because even though I like Dallas, I think Dallas is just really bad this year. And I
don't think there's any team in that division.
Yeah,
that's
they're both
particularly
3-7.
good.
I don't know what it is. I would never pick Washington.
Is this for first place in the division?
This is a game. Whoever wins this game is in first place, at least for Thursday and Friday and Saturday.
I don't know what it is. I normally wouldn't pick Washington here, but Dallas does not look good this year.
No.
I'm going to give Washington a chance.
Yeah, well, neither do. Senny's on Washington Island. Justin and I are rolling with them boys. Go Giants. Our late games, the 49ers play the Rams. The 49ers are hoping to get Raheem Mostert and Deebo Samuel back in time for this game. In addition to their litany of injuries, Brandon Ayuk is currently on the COVID list. Who can we start on this team, Justin? Is there anyone left? If those guys don't play.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think if Mostert's healthy, you start him. I think if Samuel's healthy, you start him.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, no. I don't think there's anybody you can start.
Ayuk I like too, if he's off the list.
Well, if he can play, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. But those three, other than that, I think it's impossible to predict who's going to get points.
Mm-hmm.
If you're desperate at tight end, maybe Jordan Reed, actually. He's played well.
Yeah, he's played well, but...
I mean, I know he's not Kittle, but tight end is a wasteland. It's impossible to find a
yeah.
consistent tight end other than Kelsey and Waller.
You think Kittle's going to come back in time before the end of the year? He said he was only going to be out 2 weeks. They put him on injured reserve.
No.
And it's a 7 to 8 week recovery time.
He's a tough guy. He loves to play football. But the 49ers aren't dumb. They're not going to make the playoffs.
Mm-mm.
There's no reason for him to play another snap in this season.
No.
He's not coming back.
No,
You can drop him. If you have him, you can drop him. You can drop him. It's okay.
I know the second I drop him, they're going to be like, yeah, he's fine.
I highly doubt it. If you want to hang on to it and think
I'm
I'm
not that
wrong,
lucky.
okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's talk about the Rams. Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods delivered in a big way on Monday night. Kupp caught 11 balls for 145 yards, and Woods hauled in 12 for 130 and a touchdown. Are there any other players you can start on this team, Justin?
I think maybe Goff as like a streaming option, but any other position player, I wouldn't feel comfortable in starting.
That's interesting. I wasn't even thinking about Goff as a quarterback play, but I agree with everything else. The running backs are a hodgepodge.
Yep.
Am I using that word correctly?
I don't really know what it means, so yeah.
Vince, can you Google the definition of hodgepodge and make sure I don't owe $5? I'm going to take the Rams to win the game.
Yeah, I'm going to go Rams.
I agree.
Also, you can start the defense. Defense has been excellent. And this is a good matchup against the 49ers.
Hodgepodge is a confused mixture.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Hodgepodge of running backs in Los Angeles. Next, we have the Saints at the Broncos.
This
Denny.
team's going to fucking suck.
Who was the starting quarterback for the Saints on Sunday?
I looked at this very recently too, and I can't remember because I know Drew Brees is out, but I'm thinking, is it a name that I know? Like, is it like somebody?
I've said it before, for
I call
sure.
him a dickhead every single week.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, he does.
Oh my gosh.
He is to Justin what Rex Burkhead is to
Is
me.
it?
Also,
is
sorry
it,
about your injury, Rex Burkhead.
I think that like I have a name, but I also think that there's another player who might have this same last name.
Well,
What's the last name?
Hill.
Fuck.
I accept.
Yeah, I accept it.
Taysom
It's
Hill.
Taysom Hill, yeah.
Taysom
I
Hill.
knew it was Taysom Hill, but I was like, there's another guy whose last name is Hill, who I think is like a different position.
You know what he is?
Tyreek Hill is that
Tyreek
everything?
Hill is the other name.
Could not be two different people.
No, but Taysom Hill, I did know.
Taysom Hill looks like that
Senny.
whiteboard.
Because I think you
Yeah.
said Taysom
Tyreek.
Hill enough times
Senny.
on the podcast.
Mannequin Senny behind you.
Uh-huh.
Tyreek Hill is the body. Taysom Hill is the face. That is the difference
Okay.
in the two.
All right, I guess I'll give it to Vince.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Sean Peoples is good for me.
Oh yeah. So Vince, do you want to get into frame, and then Sean Peoples will bring you your
It's
ice?
so funny because you know that like I know all the other people on that team too. So you give me like the one
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Also, that
I
would have been
probably wouldn't
hilarious
know.
if Vince knocked over the camera there.
Oh,
We
that,
saw-
that would have been funny, but not funny at the same time.
no,
You don't have to hide it. You can just
he knows it's coming.
yeah. Vince is aware.
Oh, you didn't bring any
There's
peach
so
Bellini?
much going on. No, we can't do peach Bellini every week. We gotta savor the peach Bellini. There isn't that much left. There's a green apple, which is 10 times worse in my
It is.
opinion.
He said that he doesn't have any more left.
We drank it all?
I don't know. I'll have to look.
Yeah, I think there's some left. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, you're good.
Anyway, the Taysom Hill experience went about as well as it could have.
Thank you, Linus.
He's no longer tight end eligible. This week, he's officially just quarterback in ESPN leagues and I think every other league. You gonna
Do
try
you know how
it?
to use it?
I want to figure it out right
Good.
now.
So Vince, this is how it works. You just put it in, and then you don't squeeze it too hard so that the pressure comes out, but you bend it a little bit so that the airflow of the straw allows the ice to go straight down your throat.
I know Vince is gonna do this better than me, and I'm gonna kill myself afterwards.
There's no
I'm gonna
I-
die if he does
So
this
don't
effortlessly.
squeeze it. Just like
Hold it.
hold it.
Oh, dude, he's gonna smell it.
Put a little bit more pressure. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, just don't squeeze.
Oh my
We gotta watch him
gosh.
do it. You're squeezing too hard.
Oh, I'm good.
You're squeezing too hard. You gotta let.
He's still killing it.
Well, he got it at the end. At the end, the way you did it at the end was the correct way,
Gotcha.
where it came in hard.
That's so much better than do the other way.
It's not as cold.
I'll get you another straw.
I'm hoping Senny doesn't get another one right.
I don't think there's any other questions. I asked 3, right? That was 3. So we're all good.
You keep the straw.
Can you start Taysom Hill at quarterback?
No.
I disagree. He's a runner, and you get more points for rushing and rushing touchdowns. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns.
I'm just saying that because I don't like him.
Fine, that's fair. You're allowed to dislike him.
Yeah,
but
I think he offers, or teams could benefit starting him because he offers the running plays and will go out wide and catch the passes as well.
yeah, I don't know that he'll do that without Drew Brees, but when Drew Brees is out, I think he's a fine starter. But anyway, the thing I actually want to talk about, I don't even care about that at all that much because I don't think that many people are going to be starting Taysom Hill anyway.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about the effect he has on Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas had his best game of the season with Taysom Hill at quarterback, which I don't think is going to change. Alvin Kamara had one of his...
Dude, that's a great pour.
Yeah, this guy is good.
And he doesn't drink at all.
That's
I
what
know.
I'm saying. He hasn't finished a full beer in his entire life.
He's had
What a
sips.
change for the type of beer I'm drinking, dude. To go from those 2 sours to this stout.
That's the way to do
Tyreek
it.
Hill,
It's the
or
way
Taysom Hill
to
to
do
Tyreek
it.
Hill.
Yeah. Oh God, we're having a bit too much fun. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
You can.
What?
Alvin Kamara and,
Yeah.
and Mike Thomas. What is their value with Taysom Hill under center?
I think they're far too talented to bench. I think they're still must starts. Like to your point, Mike Thomas had his best game of the year with Taysom Hill
Yeah,
as his quarterback. Alvin Kamara didn't fare as well, but he still scored a touchdown.
he still scored, but most of his value this season has come in the receiving game.
Yeah.
And he didn't catch a pass on Sunday. So I think Taysom Hill is the type of quarterback who knows that his best bet is to throw the ball to Michael Thomas. And Drew Brees is an asshole, so Drew Brees doesn't do that. He just dances around with his tongue out and looks at who's open. Whereas Taysom Hill is locked in on Michael Thomas. If Michael Thomas isn't there, he's throwing it deep to Emmanuel Sanders because he doesn't give a fuck. You saw that one ball that got caught in the wind of the air conditioning and came down like a punt that Emmanuel Sanders caught, right? No? Okay.
What did I do Sunday?
I don't know, but you didn't watch the Saints game.
No, I had Taco Bell on Sunday.
Why would you want to watch the Saints game?
Senny, I'm telling you, I hate them significantly less with this asshole Taysom Hill at quarterback. If it was Jameis Winston, I would probably love them. But with Drew Brees out,
Yo, I don't like Drew Brees, so like, and I know most people do
I know
like Drew Brees.
I'm 100% with you. But you know what? Without Drew Brees, Michael Thomas had a good day.
Yeah, he did.
and he's supposed to have good days all the time.
I have a Drew Brees jersey.
Fuck Drew Brees.
Do you really?
I do, yeah. I got it at the Columbus Flea Market.
Oh my god.
The Broncos are coming off a strong win.
Dude, we talked about the Saints for so long.
I know. That's why we got to move
I
on.
wish we talk about them the least too.
I know. We usually do.
Yeah, Broncos.
Broncos. They came off a strong win against the Dolphins, in which Melvin Gordon 3 scored 2 touchdowns. Does he belong in starting lineups this week, Justin?
Melvin Gordon?
Yes, Melvin Gordon 3.
No.
I agree. Saints are second best defense against the run, and it was Gordon's first time over 12 points since week 4.
Yeah.
I hate the Saints less without Drew Brees, like I just said, so I'm going to pick them to win.
Yeah, I'm going Saints.
Happy Thanksgiving, New Orleans. Fuck Drew Brees.
I've just come to realize, and I said this in our group chat, how successful the Saints actually are. And again, I also hate Drew Brees, so I'm also going to go with the Saints.
We're back in on Saintsville. Me and Senny hate them significantly less. I need water too, Sean.
Are we getting another beer?
Yeah. You might as well bring both beers. Yeah. Do you want to just pour me some since we're here? Okay, he's got the water jug. Perfect. Perfect. Justin has his own water. Brought his own stash. Yeah, please. Just a smidge so that I can cleanse my palate a little bit.
I'm sorry. You legit look like when Happy Gilmore got the homeless guy to be his fucking caddy.
I look like the homeless
no,
guy?
like we pulled him off the street and we just said, dude, can you be our butler?
He's doing a great job.
I know, dude. But he was a good caddy. Remember when he threw the club and he catches it?
That's the guy that lost his hand, right, to an alligator?
No,
that
was
Chubbs.
That was Chubbs.
He's in all of his movies, the guy who plays his caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts the cracker down where the ball is and he eats it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I watched Big Daddy at 4 a.m. this morning.
It's a good movie. Were you up from the previous night or awake early for the morning?
I woke up to poop.
Dude, I saw
and then you decided, you know what? As a really nice dump, I'm going to watch Big Daddy.
Dude, I saw an Adam Sandler movie tier list.
Thank
Uncut
you.
Gems.
We're good.
Number 2.
What?
Uncut Gems was awful.
Was number 2 on this Adam Sandler movie tier list. Uncut Gems, number 2.
I think it's number 4.
Dude, I just know that I think
with
Waterboy wasn't top 5.
I love Waterboy.
We'll look at it some other time. It's atrocious. I'll talk about it on.
Yeah, I was gonna say next week, Senny. Next week we're gonna talk about
this terrible
Senny's gripe with Adam
Sandler's tier ranking in movies.
Yes.
Before we talk about Sunday Night Football. This is a great show. I don't know how people should love this shit. Chiefs play the Buccaneers. Justin?
Yep.
Should the Chiefs be allowed in the NFL?
No.
I agree.
I mean,
it's unfair.
No,
I think they're the only team that could go out and probably beat the Steelers in the playoffs.
Doesn't that crush you when you think that your team is undefeated?
Dude, I know
and you still don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl.
I don't think they
just
are.
because of the Chiefs.
I placed a bet on the Steelers to win the Super Bowl early in the season, in the preseason actually. And I told everybody it's great betting odds. I think the line was like plus 400 or something like that, something like 4,000, some really good numbers. Looking pretty good right now.
Chiefs are going to beat us.
Oh, I know, but I'm going to cash out. As soon as you guys are the number 1 seed in the playoffs, I'm cashing that bitch out.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm still going to make probably half of that on a cash out.
I can't get excited. It's a shame. I just can't.
I'm very excited. I'm making money.
Dude, I'm going to get so excited if, the Chiefs lose before playing
Oh,
us.
I would lose my mind. Then I'm on the Super Bowl train, dude.
I
It's
want us
totally
to,
different.
I want us to lose, once or twice in the
Yeah, I can't
the
take that
regulars.
pressure. I
All right,
can't.
well, we're not talking about the Steelers.
Yeah.
The Chiefs had the best quarterback, the best tight end by far,
Yep.
fastest wide receiver in the league.
Cheetah.
Insanity. They expect Sammy Watkins to return for this game. Can managers trust him in their starting lineups, Justin?
Nope.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I got nothing else to say.
All I wrote was nope.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're right. He's inconsistent. He gets hurt all the time. He leaves the game early. Can't trust Sammy Watkins. Never could, never can.
Yep.
For the Bucks, our Butler told us a fun stat. Tom Brady is 0 for 19 on deep throws this season. I believe deep throws count as 20-plus yards down the field. Not good. Is Tom Brady done?
No. Although, if he didn't throw those 2 interceptions this past week, I would have a better record than he currently do.
People have been asking if Brady's done for 4 seasons. So I'll never bet against Tom Brady.
He's 43, and he can probably throw a ball farther than I can.
That's probably true. You've never played in the NFL.
I have a shoulder hurt. I have a bad shoulder.
Are you okay with starting all 3 wide receivers on the Bucs?
I think I would be. Brady's proved to spread the ball around this past week. All 3 wide receivers had double-digit points.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City's defense isn't that great.
Pretty good.
But
I like their defense.
I think the Bucs offense is a lot better than the Raiders offense, and the Raiders offense kept up with them pretty well this past week.
Yeah.
Granted, it was a division matchup, but I still think, and I think Brady's going to bounce back, and he's going to lead this team to a better way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a night game, so I think I'll play fine.
Yeah,
what about
those stats with the night games are ridiculous
it's
too.
insane. Are you okay with starting either running back on the Bucs?
I think I'd be a little bit weary about this.
Yeah.
I think both running backs are good, but I don't know that I would be comfortable starting either of them.
That's where I'm at. I won't start Fournette.
Yeah.
It's just this workload shared.
I wouldn't. You can't predict who's going to get more work each week.
Yeah, the week that
There seems to be no rhyme or reason to it. Like
the
Ronald
Rojo had the 192 yards or whatever it was.
Yeah. The week before he fumbled once and didn't get another snap for like
Exactly.
a quarter and a half.
I don't even know.
Bunch of bullshit. I think the Chiefs win.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
So am I.
2 for the
Maybe
Bucs.
because I just don't want Kansas City to be any more
That's
successful.
part of it. Part of it, I want that first round bye, but I think Brady's gonna bring him back.
So do I.
All right. Well, we shall see.
It's gonna
Let's.
be a good game though. I think.
Any other words you'd like to say?
That's it.
Let's get into our original Thirsty Thursday. The Ravens. This is why we only drink 1 beer a week. The Ravens are an extremely frustrating fantasy team. Lamar Jackson has largely been disappointing, but is still top 10 at his position. So you could do worse at quarterback. I'm not. Did you say Dale?
Yeah.
You turned into Pitbull. It's Cuban. He's not even Mexican. You racist.
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Worldwide. I'm not liking this matchup. Steelers are good at defense. There's a good chance you don't have any choice. So Lamar Jackson may be who you have to start.
Yeah.
I can't get fucking through this. I keep seeing the hat in
Best
my
thing
peripheral
is
vision.
that you talk about Pitbull and did all those camera commercials, and it's just all these cameras. Because I think it was for Canon, wasn't it? That he did all the commercials.
Oh my god. With J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram both out, you can hop aboard the Gus bus. Choo choo.
Damn, I was gonna call him Gus Bus today.
Oh, I'm on the Gus bus. I'm riding the bus all the way to Gustown. If you're desperate at running back, you can start him. I think he's going to finish with like 10 points, honestly. Steelers are super good at the run defense, and Gus isn't great, but he's most likely to score a
I
touchdown.
mean, they ran all over him last time they played.
That's true. That's true. Well, we shall see. I might start Gus in one league just because I like calling him the Gus bus.
Do you think that'll factor into the game planning for the Steelers defense, knowing that they would really only have one running back and Lamar Jackson to look after?
I think they're going to defend the read option all day, and I still think they're going to send like 5 or 6 guys to rush the passer because they're super good at defense.
Yeah.
Don't start a pass catcher who isn't Mark Andrews. He's now posted back-to-back top 3 weeks at the position. Back-to-back top 3. Yeah.
Yeah, you said it right.
Did I?
Back-to-back top 3 weeks at the position.
My third beer is called What Maryland Does. It is a collab with 28 different Maryland breweries.
What?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
I know. If you look at the can design, Justin, it lists all the brewery names on there.
That's pretty
Pretty
cool.
cool.
So I'm going to have a hell of a time posting this on Instagram and tagging all these breweries. But at least I'm off on Thursday. I can watch Thanksgiving and get drunk. I'm going to take the Ravens to win this game only because I want to be right the first time the Steelers lose. I actually think the Steelers are going to win, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm picking the Ravens. Justin, do everything I just did, but for the Steelers, and you can try my beer if you want to.
Sure.
I didn't describe it at all, did I?
Not even a little bit.
Okay, well, it's an IPA, hazy double IPA. So it's a little strong, but super fruity, super smooth, really delightful. Go ahead.
Okay. full bias aside, the Steelers team looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Offense, they're clicking. Defense, they're clicking. I think they have 3 startable wide receivers. Connor's looked a little bit flat these past couple weeks, so I don't know that I would trust him. I think you still trust the Steelers' defense in your starting lineup. Start all 3 of their wide receivers. If Eric Ebron continues to score touchdowns like he's doing, I think you can start him, so that way he can come next season and punch you guys in the face.
Fuck Eric Ebron. He's allowed to punch me in the face, though.
I feel like he'd be a nice guy to hang out with.
I don't.
I think we're going to lose this bet.
The smile on Justin's face just dissipated so fast when Sonny said he's not fun to hang out with.
I looked at Senny, I was like, and he goes,
Nope.
I don't want him to be successful. There's enough other pass catchers on the team.
Yeah.
Give them the ball.
3 good ones.
I mean, Claypool's still getting the touchdowns, though, for you.
And I love it. Just don't give it to Ebron.
I am drinking Virtual Summer from 11th Hour Brewing. This was actually a beer that I got from, I was supposed to go to a beer festival in Philly, Pittsburgh Invades Philly, where it's a bunch of different Pittsburgh breweries that go to a Philadelphia brewery. It's a strawberry, pineapple, key lime, and coconut fruited sour. I like this a lot.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's not one of those like heavily fruited sours, so it looks like they might have used like extract or something like that. 4.2%, low ABV, which is something that I could definitely use for tonight.
You could use it right now. I could too.
I'm going to go with the Steelers to win this one.
Good for you. Mine is 8, so I'm still feeling really good. Sandy, what are you drinking? Who do you pick to win the game?
I'm
I mean
drinking
Steelers, but
Black's Beautiful from Tonewood. We know there's about 1,000 of these, right? It's 10% stout. I like it better than a lot of the Black is Beautiful that I've had.
I like that
so
one a lot.
I do enjoy it. Obviously, this is the most nervous I've been for a game in a while for Pittsburgh.
Since last week against the Jags.
I didn't even think twice about that. But I obviously have to side with Pittsburgh and just hope that, we get over the hump here.
all right. Good to go. Let's get into Sunday Night Football.
We've been waiting all day for Sunday night.
Sandy, what have you been waiting all day for?
I've been waiting all day to talk about Thanksgiving food.
Oh, that's a
Nice.
relevant topic.
Right?
Oh.
So we've obviously got Thanksgiving coming up, and I know everybody probably has their favorite foods that they like from Thanksgiving. So when I was thinking about this, I personally, I think everybody's answer is different because everybody's family does like different specific dishes. So like as stupid as this might sound, from like mid-high school to recently, I went to my aunt and uncle's house right around the corner. And me, my father, and my sister used to do Thanksgiving with them. So the Thanksgiving dish that I used to look forward to was corn chowder.
Okay.
Which is very right, it's like a weird thing.
Yeah.
But like it was like the specific thing that my aunt did, and it was like awesome, and it was like we would always put like hot sauce in it, and if Steven wasn't there, she wouldn't make it. So
Fucking
then
Steven.
it was automatically like a bad Thanksgiving if we didn't get it.
All Steve's fault.
It was like this known thing, right, that the time I was wrestling and like this was like getting ready for wrestling season. So like it's weird because like I'm a big carnivore. I like, turkey and all that. But like, yeah, I obviously didn't say the specific thing. And it's just like weird for me because like I really like, she used to make like this salad with like raisins and walnuts, which seems weird.
Waldorf salad.
Waldorf, yeah.
I guess.
You know where that's from?
No.
The Waldorf Hotel.
Oh, that makes sense. And like to me, that was something I always look forward to. I'm not a big sweet potato guy, but it should be like really good sweet potatoes. So like I feel like it's different because like depending on like what your family does, your answer is going to be different. So I figure we go around and ask everybody what the couple things I guess that are your favorite for Thanksgiving.
All right, Vince, you want to go first? We'll go around the horn here.
Yeah, I'll just plop down right here real quick.
All right, quick plop down. What were you calling him, Linus?
Sean was Linus.
Linus, you're on deck, so if you want to get up and get ready to sit and tell us what
my
your
favorite
your
stuff?
favorite. Yeah. Did you want to do least favorite too, Sonny, or just favorite?
Yeah, we can do least favorite.
So
I don't like stuffing because it's
Whoa.
just bread. It's literally that's just me. It's literally bread.
My favorite thing is corn chowder, and my least favorite thing is
I
stuffing.
know. Could I be like more? Okay, go ahead, Vince.
Yeah.
That's a
I was gonna say my
bold
favorite
takes.
is the stuffing. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the opposite sides of that
Yeah.
one. Leaf's favorite was I've only had it once. It's like green bean something.
Oh,
Green bean casserole.
I've only ever had that once. I didn't like it.
In the words of Silent Kenny, who is no longer with us. He's still alive. He's just not on the podcast. Give me green bean casserole for my green bean asshole.
Yeah, he likes
He
it.
did not say that.
On my life, he said it.
Vince got up and walked away as soon as I said it. All right, get in here, Linus. Give us your favorite Thanksgiving food and your least favorite Thanksgiving food.
So my favorite Thanksgiving food is just mashed potatoes. I'm a big mashed potato guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you get garlic mashed potatoes or like some butter in there.
All different kinds.
All different kinds. Dude, all different kinds of mashed potatoes. And an honorable mention is my aunt used to. Obviously, I can't do it this year because we're not getting together. But my aunt used to make these like little rolled up raspberry cookies.
Ooh,
They
that
were
sounds
like
good.
It was like raspberry filling in them, and it's like doughy and like wrapped.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dude, they're
Yeah, I don't know I know what you're talking about. There's a
I can
specific name
picture
for
it.
it.
There's a
but
name
I
for
don't
it.
know
I
what
have
they're
no idea
called.
what it is. But
Raspberry roll up? I don't
Might
know.
be. I
So
don't know.
that could be right, but could also be
Yeah, it could be something I totally made up on the spot. We'll never know. And your least favorite?
my least favorite, I'm gonna have to agree with Senny. I don't like stuffing, dude.
Wow. Two stuffing haters.
just literally bread.
Craziness.
No stuffing for me.
All right, well, thank you for your contribution. When you get a chance, I do need some more water. Okay. And Justin, your favorite and least favorite Thanksgiving dishes?
So my favorite actually is the green bean casserole.
For your green bean asshole?
For my green bean asshole, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I could eat that all day. And
Your green bean asshole or the green bean casserole?
a little of this, a little bit. I honestly think my least favorite might be mashed potatoes.
What?
Now that's just nonsense.
Thank you.
Now, I've never heard anyone who doesn't like mashed potatoes.
Yeah. That's
If
ridiculous.
you eat them bland, they don't taste very good.
Oh,
I don't even know what to say.
I mean,
If they make them bland, you got to eat them bland. I don't put gravy on them.
I don't put gravy on mine either.
It's potatoes, butter, and milk.
And it's delicious.
it's
I don't know.
one of the best things ever.
You put milk in your mashed potatoes?
That's how you make mashed potatoes.
It is actually.
I don't know. I've never made
I'm not
mashed
eating
that
like
is-
potatoes.
that is
I'm not
how- that
eating
is how
like
you make
mashed
it.
potato cereal.
That's what makes it creamy.
thought you meant like mashed potatoes.
Oh, you pour like a. Could you imagine? Instead of pouring gravy, Mom, can you pass the milk?
What, skim? No, 2%. What are you talking about? No.
I'm an almond milk guy. Either way, mashed potatoes are my favorite, and I get mashed potatoes all year round. So my second best would probably be green bean casserole
Yeah.
for my green bean asshole. But
And that probably is why I don't like it. Like as they're my least favorite because you can get it. That's like it's not generic just to Thanksgiving.
but they're so good. And my grandfather is a ridiculous manly man. He mashes the potatoes by hand every year,
yeah.
and like with a fucking
potato masher.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no lumps. They are lumpless potatoes.
How
That
long is he
man,
mashing?
that man mashes longer than the Count did the Monster Mash.
I was
I'm
gonna
telling
say,
you,
he's
man.
monster mashing them potatoes.
He sure does. I'm talking like probably like 45 minutes. He's mashing those potatoes. He doesn't give a
graveyard
shit
smash.
about football. He doesn't care about the fucking Lions, the Cowboys, or the Ravens and the Steelers. He wants to mash his potatoes and think about NASCAR and Bud Light. That's
Only
my
cares
grandfather.
about the Texans and the football team.
And my least favorite is sweet potatoes. I am not a sweet potato fan at all. I would rather eat your green bean asshole than sweet potatoes.
So last thing, 'cause I thought about this while I was talking. Do you eat that fucking thing that comes in a can? I don't know what fucking
Cranberry
type.
sauce.
Do you eat it?
I make it.
Yeah, we make our own. My grandma makes really good cranberry sauce. If it came in a can, I wouldn't eat it.
That also reminded me I'm in charge of making it, so I got to make that this year.
I only eat it on
Good
like
luck.
a gobbler. I don't think I
Oh,
ever
the
eaten it.
gobbler. That's a different
we should have
level.
got that
Yeah.
for tonight.
I'm in it tomorrow.
Dude.
Anyone who's listening not from around this area, you're missing out.
Yeah,
No,
if
no,
you
I
don't
would
have a
fuck
Thanksgiving
Wawa,
sandwich on a sandwich.
if you don't have a
That didn't make any
Wawa, you
sense.
get Thanksgiving dinner
Yeah,
on
honestly,
a roll.
Yeah.
And it is the best thing I've ever had.
It's the best.
The one
sandwich.
Thursday night game that we went to your place, I selected a gobbler. I did not get a gobbler.
That's very unfortunate.
Rough.
I
Yeah.
got hot turkey, gravy, and banana pepper spread.
That's disgusting. I'm going to move on from that and pretend I didn't hear about it because we should wrap this up. I feel like we've been talking a lot.
Yeah,
We've been drinking a lot.
yeah, we have.
This Sunday night game, we have the Bears against the Packers.
Daubers.
Da Bears, yeah. The Bears have one good player.
Yep.
His name is Allen Robinson, too. Is there another player on Chicago that you'd feel comfortable starting, Justin?
Nope.
I would start David Montgomery if he's healthy enough to play. If he's not, I agree with you. The Packers are 31st against the run. So David Montgomery is a fine running back to start. But I don't trust any of the other guys. They have Cordero Patterson, who you said is a switchblade.
I meant Swiss Army knife.
Either way, I don't think he's either thing. I think he's just a
They're
slow.
not the same thing.
No,
I
a
think-
switchblade's illegal. A Swiss Army knife is from Switzerland.
Oh, well, I didn't know
They
that.
sound like the same thing.
Yeah, they do to me too. But he did. I think he
I'm
did
thinking
score.
of a
A
butterfly knife.
I think he scored a return touchdown, like a kick return. But either way,
Yeah.
not a great running back. And then that big goofy white guy they have isn't any good either.
Nick Foles.
No, well, him too. But I think the guy's name is like David Nall or something like that.
Oh, the running back you're talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he gets like 1 yard to carry. Either way, yeah. If David Montgomery doesn't play, Allen Robinson too is the only guy I
Yeah.
like. The Packers are coming off a tough loss, and the offense has another tough matchup against the top defense. The Bears are second ranked against the pass this season. Are you at all concerned with this matchup, Justin?
I don't think so. I think they're too high potent of an offense. I think you still start the big three with confidence.
I 100% agree. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be mad about that loss against the Colts. I think he's going to come out, light them up. I'm taking the Packers to win.
Yeah, I'm going to go Packers too.
I'm going with the Bears.
Ooh, Sean is getting angry over there. A little antsiness. Big thumbs down. Did it like 4 times over there. Our last game of the week. Finally. I know it's been a long haul. Thank you all for sticking with us if you have so far. I can't even talk anymore. Seahawks play the Eagles. And who knows if Chris Carson is even going to play this week. Situation is kind of like the Joe Mixon situation where his coach is very optimistic that he's going to get the starting position, that he's going to be healthy enough to go, and then he just isn't at the last minute, and it pisses you off and it frustrates you. But if Carlos Hyde,
If Chris Carson can't
if
go.
Chris Carson is unable to play, are you comfortable starting Carlos Hyde?
Oh, yeah.
Me too. I think they're kind of interchangeable. I think they'll have about the same production, honestly. I think Chris Carson is more talented than Carlos Hyde.
Oh, he's 100% more.
But in
talented.
terms of touches, in terms of volume, I think they have about the same value. So if you don't already, if you're a Chris Carson owner, fantasy manager, you should also have Carlos Hyde. The Eagles will be playing this game to maintain first place in the NFC East, which is insane, as Senny has said multiple times. But do you feel confident about any other pass catcher, Justin?
Not really. I mean, I'm sort of fading on Fulgham. He's had back-to-back weeks with just one catch.
Yeah.
Hasn't looked super great. Honestly, I think right now Goddard might be the best option. And even then, like his touchdown this past week was garbage time touchdowns. Or was a garbage time touchdown. So
Yep.
that I'm not super big on.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just think the Eagles are a mess.
100% agree. Goddard is the one I have the most confidence in until Ertz comes back. So good call on that. I'm picking the Seahawks to win.
Yeah, I'm going Seahawks.
I don't think the Eagles even have a chance.
Wow. Strong words from our fantasy football expert.
Yeah, fuck the Eagles.
All right. Yeah, you want to... Yeah, go ahead. So, Linus. We need that 4-pack on the table. You can bring that over. This is our final segment of the day. Thank you all for watching. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. This beer is a double nickel beer that's brewed in collaboration with several other breweries. And thank you very much, including Cape May, Source, Tonewood, Urban Village. I think that's it.
There's
more?
maybe one other.
There's one that's further down. Either way, this is our Friendsgiving segment. We wanted to celebrate our podcast, our friendship. So we're going to enjoy this beer together before we sign off. And let's all say something that we're thankful for. We'll start with, I guess you want to start with Vince? We'll do Vince, Senny, Justin, Sean. So Vince, what do you like it?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to try because there's not a lot of beers that I like.
Yeah,
and
I know.
The fact that I could try this one and it's not bad.
Well, I'm thankful that you enjoy it. But tell me one thing you're thankful for this Thanksgiving season.
I'll give you one for football and one in just in general. For football, I'm thankful for Dalvin Cook.
As you should be.
Very thankful for that man. In terms of the rest of the world, thankful that I'm not sick, none of us are sick, and we can keep doing this every week because I really enjoy it.
Happy to hear. Senny?
I'm thankful for the miracle that I have a new home and new job. It's really insane to think about. And that my team has somehow not lost a football game yet.
Oh, you're
Steelers,
actual,
yeah.
real, okay. Justin?
I guess I'm thankful over this past year, like my career progression. I received a promotion at work, developed within that role, so that's been great. got together with a girl that I worked with, so we've developed a good relationship, and I've been happier.
Hey-o.
I mean, I've been happier now than I have the past couple years, so
Nice.
that's great to hear.
That's awesome to hear.
Amen to that, brother.
And a fantasy football thankfulness, or
No.
nothing to be thankful
Not
for
really.
in fantasy football. This fantasy football season, I'm thankful that I'm still in the hunt in all of my leagues or clinched a playoff spot at this point of the season. And I'm in 5 leagues, so pretty proud of myself.
So many.
I don't even know, dude. I was totally ready for it to overflow.
He did a good job. He's had some experience. And the main thing I'm thankful for this year is that me and 3 of my best friends got together and created something I've wanted to do for quite a while. It's week 12, and we've gotten through it. We've made adjustments. We've made little bits and pieces to get through it, work with some some circumstances. I can't even fucking talk. Extenuating, thank you. Extenuating circumstances. We've gotten through it all. We've produced yeah, it is. We've produced an episode for you every week. I'm very proud of all of us for doing that. I'm very proud of all you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for doing this with me. I truly appreciate it. That's going to do it for this week's episode of the Fantasy Beer League. We'll be with you every Wednesday on YouTube with audio-only podcasts available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Pandora. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the fantasy handle at FantasyBeerLG. It's just a regular handle, not a fantasy handle. It's real life. As always, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we will continue to give you half-decent fantasy advice from half-decent guys each and every week. Special thanks to Sean Peoples, a.k.a. Linus, for being our butler for this episode and accepting his punishment. I'm Sean Joyce. He's Justin Giel. He's Vince Verica, who's in frame for a change, our best producer, the greatest guy in the world.
Yep.
And here's Matt Senni with his fantasy advice of the week.
All right, it's Thanksgiving Eve, guys. We're all going to go out drinking tonight. Go get yourself a Wawa gobbler so you can be ready and have a full stomach for tonight.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Good luck in week 12.